or something like that, but he's a really cool guy. I mean, it's like I remember like when he played in the winner bracket. Yeah, there was the semifinals. He played against Grubby, and I went up to him before the game and I said, "Hey, I hope you're gonna lose because I wanted Grubby to win." And he's like, "What? No, come on, why? Why would you say that?" And I was like, "Nah, I want Grubby to win." And then after the game where Hot actually won and I was kind of pissed off, I went up to Hot and said, "Hey, I really hate you." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." Yeah, yeah, he's a really cool guy. And yeah, in general, I mean, it was just amazing to hang out with all these people you just know, like from reputation, from the replays, from the VODs and everything. It's just, yeah, it was a really cool experience. I'll definitely try and do it again, so I'll have to train some more and actually beat Clad this time. And maybe I'll be able to go to Seattle and see the other guys at WCG and maybe even do better than this time. I mean, I don't know. Thing is, when I went to this event, I thought, well, I mean, it's like, what am I gonna do? It's like my best level on Battle.net, I think, was level 36 on Northrend or something like that. Which, I mean, okay, I'm not a total noob, but it's like level 36, and like all these people are like playing WC3L. It's like, I mean, all of the ones I knew at least have played WC3L. And it's like I really didn't expect even to win a single map. And then in the first round, I knew I was up against this Slovenian guy who was pretty unknown. I mean, it's like nobody really knew about him. It's like I asked Grubby, I asked Todd, I asked Venker, I asked LOL versus XD, and well, nobody really knew him. So my guess was that he was just I don't know, like a relatively good player, like maybe in some team, and nobody really knew him. And then when I finally got to play him, like I played the first map, and it was Echo Isles, and I decided to play Night Elf against his Night Elf because I didn't really feel comfortable playing Orc against Night Elf, and because I didn't really know his skill level. I mean, it's like if he were worse than me, I would have won with Orc, no problem. If he's the same skill level as me, I will lose with Orc against Night Elf. It's like, it's my worst matchup. It's, I mean, there's so many reasons why, but I just know it, so, I mean, I don't even go there. And so that's the reason, yeah, that's what was basically the reason why I played Night Elf. And I actually played a game and I lost, but mainly because of my own fault, because I made my tier 2 push about like 20 seconds late or something. And he had his lures up pretty much, and he had a good base layout, and yeah, well, I mean, I couldn't do much afterwards anymore. So I lost that game, but still, I saw that his micro and like his decision making wasn't that amazing. So I thought, yeah, I mean, I have a decent chance. The second map was Terranistan, and I decided to go human, and I actually, yeah, I went for like a pretty interesting idea there, in the sense that I sent out an early militia to try and cancel his Ancient of War that would be creeping the laboratory. Because I thought, I mean, like with the level of skill that he showed in the first game, he wouldn't think of using the wisp trick to actually lure the creeps back to their original spot so that the tree actually survives. And hence I would get the AOW kill and get a big advantage and be able to tower directly afterwards with human, of course. I mean, it's like human imbalanced towers. And yeah, so I was kind of bummed when I found out that he didn't do the AOW creep, and he actually went for Dark Ranger instead. But then, well, I mean, I just got MK and towered him up, and well, I mean, that was the end of that. So that was actually, I mean, he played really badly in that game. And in the third game, Twisted Meadows was kind of his choice, and Twisted Meadows is my worst map. Not by far, but relatively my worst map, because I don't really like creeping that much, and Twisted is a map where you really have to know when to creep and when not to creep, when to attack and when not to attack. And that's, I mean, I like offensive games better, so what I usually do is I try to harass at the start, and then mid game, then creep a bit, and then afterwards just attack after attack after attack. And this doesn't work on Twisted because even after mid game there's still some creeps left, and your heroes might not be level 5, and you get these amazing items from the creeps, so you still have to creep some more, and that's where it gets a bit complicated. So right, that's why I really don't like Twisted Meadows that much. And so when he picked Twisted Meadows, I thought, well, okay, I'm gonna play Undead. It's by far my worst race, but it's probably the one with which I can win on this map. Because with Night Elf, I saw that he was relatively decent in defending against my hunt push. I'm not such a bear player because I haven't gotten the hang of the stuff, and well, I mean that's my own fault, but I'm not such a good staff user, and that's really, I mean that's pretty much what wins you the games in bear fights, and so I didn't want to really play Night Elf Mirror, and yeah, it's left me with pretty much Undead. So I played Undead, and yeah, it was really it was a really funky game. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it was 50 minutes long, so you can like sort of think what you can expect about this game. And yeah, so it was. I kind of enjoyed it because mainly because I was winning, and I was containing him, and I was harassing him, and I was playing a bit lame. A lot of people would qualify it as lame, but I kind of enjoyed that. So yeah, yeah, it was kind of funny because actually most people, I mean, all the matches started at the same time. All the other people were also playing, and most of the games didn't go for 3 maps because there was actually a big skill difference between most people. I mean, their seeding was really weird because obviously this guy wasn't really that strong, and obviously I'm not that strong either. So it was kind of weird to have me versus him in the first round, whereas you had I don't know, Little DC against Todd in the first round as well. Yeah, that was Little DC against Todd, and that's completely silly. I mean, it's like with any amount of seeding that would have not happened. So all the first round matches started at the same time, and since the skill difference was pretty big between the other players, they had already finished after 2 maps, and there were we like just playing for 50 minutes in the third game, and it was kind of fun because I mean we're still in the players area. I mean, it's like all the PCs next to each other, so it wasn't like big stage or anything. But still, it was like I don't know. I was sitting on the side which was close to the spectators, so I didn't see spectators behind me, but I saw that behind him there were like 10 people watching, 10 players watching. And behind me, later found out there were like also some people watching, and it was kind of fun when the game ended and when he finally quit. Like there was some clapping and everything, and yeah, it felt really cool. And there was actually this guy like who talked to me later, was like this businessman from England who had played a bit of Warcraft and who had watched my games. I mean, like as I was playing, and he was like interested in everything, and I explained to him like why I was doing certain things, and like how the game was going, like who the favorites were, and so on. And it's kind of funny because this guy actually came to the event not because of the Samsung European Championships, but because of the CeBIT. There was actually the big event where the European Championships were held. It's like a big computer fair, and I mean there's like 30 halls, I think, in the whole event, and there was only one hall dedicated to the European Championships. So it's like most of it is this computer fair, and this guy had just come for the computer fair, but he just happened to be there, and like. He was kind of interested, so he came along and he watched it, and yeah, it was kind of cool. I mean, talking to random fans out there. See you guys later. Ciao.